Alright, hey guys, Paxter, welcome back to another Pokemon Pocket video. In this video, we'll be going over Mega Mawile EX, a 19 trainer Mega Mawile EX deck. This deck is kind of insane when it comes to healing, and yeah, this is a deck right here. I'm going to show this again towards the end of the video, but it's a very straightforward deck. I feel like you can run this in auto battle, you can use this for solo battles, drop event battles, and even in random battles. There's one main flaw for this deck, but still, overall, if you don't run into that one scenario, then it has a lot of potential. And yeah, if you're new to my channel, really do consider if you like and subscribe. It really does help me out tremendously, especially as a small-time content creator. Without further ado, let's get right into the deck showcase. All right, here we are in our first battle. We are going second. We are also going up against the Toxtricity / Raikou Ex solo deck. Again, if you guys are in my deck showcases, first battle isn't really meant to be too hard, more so just to get the feel for a deck. So, okay, very straightforward. So, of course, leading with Mega Mawile. Since this is your only Pokemon, you're guaranteed Mega Mawile. And ideally, you do want to go second because you want to maximize your energy. You want to start attacking as fast as possible. All right, not the worst. So, Professor's research, we did get lucky Ice Pop. And if you guys don't know, this card is essentially a better potion because it has more potential. So, after healing 20, you flip a coin. If you get heads, this goes back to your hand. So, you can keep on doing it until you get tails, and in which, of course, it does get discarded. But in my last deck showcase, I ended up healing, I think, like 80 to 100 HP. It was kind of insane, but yeah, for now I'm just gonna do this. Might as well red card. We do have a Steel Apron, but I feel like this should be the last Poketool you use because the other ones are temporary. You'll see them later on, but this card stays unless your opponent does Guzma, whereas the other ones do get discarded eventually. So I would probably save this for later. And speaking of which, we did get a Poketool. So this is Metal Core Barrier. Essentially, next turn, it'll get discarded no matter what at the end of my opponent's turn. But if my opponent does attack, I take -50. So I'm just gonna place it down because it looks like my opponent will be attacking next turn. So yeah, Raikou Ex does 60 damage because of the Poketool, only doing 10. And might as well just, yeah, put down the stadium and just start attacking, just start wailing on my opponent. Only doing 60 damage first turn. But in the coming turns, I'll be doing more. So next turn I'll be doing 90, after that 120, after that 150. So yeah, if you have this guy cook, then it gets scary later on, especially towards the late game. You can get up to like, what, 210 insane damage numbers. So yeah, a ton of potential. And this deck is, I feel like the main issue is definitely just looking at it. It's an EX. So, I mean, Oricorio does exist. That's one like huge flaw. If you want, instead of probably like Adaman, you could use, you can replace Adaman with Skarmory and just use Skarmory pretty much. So as you can see, Raikou does attack, and I only take what? Yeah, it's like 10 damage. Okay, so I could Lucky Ice Pop just to heal that up, but I'll save it because again, the potential of this card is pretty insane. At this point, just keep attacking. I'm doing 90, so able to one-shot Raikou. Main downside is that opponent did Electrical Cord, but it should be good regardless. Yeah, at this point, I'm just gonna Adaman. Why not? Yeah. Just gonna Adaman, saving Steel Apron because I do have one more Poketool that I do want to attach, which is Citrus Berry, which we'll see later on, hopefully. Yeah, Citrus Berry came out, I think, in Crimson Blaze. It hasn't seen much play, but I feel like for this deck, it does help a bit. Able to mix it so that you're able to heal a bit more HP, 30 HP, but if you pair that with like PC Lady, Lucky Ice Pop, you can heal over like 100 in one turn. Just pairing all those together. Okay, my opponent went for the gamble because I would have just subbed in Toxtricity, but yeah, so plus right here, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Fail that coin flip, but even if I did get that, Steel Apron, because Steel Apron recovers from all special conditions. So yeah, I could just done that, and it would have been set. Yeah, but yeah, that's the first battle. Again, first battle is really isn't meant to be too hard, just to get a feel for a deck. But yeah, that's how Lucky Ice Pop works. I could have flipped one more time. If I got heads, it will go back right into my hand and just keep on doing it. And then once that's done, use the other one. So yeah, a ton of potential. And right now doing 120. Yeah, okay, might as well. I was tempted to end my turn just like to see how far I can go with this, but we shall see in PvP battle. That's where it hopefully will shine. We shall see. But yeah, with that being said, let's get right into PvP battle. All right, here we are in PvP battle. We are going first, which is not good because I will be attacking my third turn. Okay, we're having a Mega Mawile off. This is gonna be insane. So right off the bat, my opponent already gets a lead, but we do have a bit of help right here with Poketools and stuff like that. All right, I'm just gonna end my turn for now. This is all I could really do. Next turn, I will red card. My opponent does use a Professor, or at least gets a bit more cards. Yeah, places down energy. Very straightforward. Using it as well. Okay, yeah, makes sense. So Metal Core, I have 2 of them, so I can just keep on doing it. Very straightforward stuff. Just do this. End my turn. Tempted to place the Stadium, but again, keep in mind, this works for both me and my opponent. So my opponent will get 20 more HP, and that 20 HP might help out tremendously in the long run. But not good, man. Especially in mirror matches, you want to go second, because I feel like my opponent already won because they went second. It's getting that, just attacking first, doing that bit more damage. Perfect. You did get red. Okay, so red could help us out tremendously later on. For now, just do this. Metal Core yet again. At this point, my opponent's doing 90, so 50, 90 minus 50 is 40. Might as well ABOMASNOW. Yeah, okay, here we go. So, opponent also did Citrus Berry, but nevertheless, you just want to keep attacking. Each turn, you always want to attack, just so that you can just keep on maximizing your damage, because this card has a lot of potential. It's like, you start out like in your base form, and then just ramp up, you know, like, it's kind of insane. PC Lady, there we go. Yeah, healing a bit. Gosh, man, probably should red. I'm gonna red card my next turn. Why not? Already doing 120. So if they have red, they can just one-shot me. Pretty scary. At this point, here we go. Lucky Ice Pop, please pop off. I need you to do what you do best. Okay, there we go. Got heads. Just keep on coming. This is the card that could win me the game. It's insane. I probably should have saved it, but crap. Okay, it's fine. We can definitely chill with this. So this turn I'm doing 90. Gonna be down to 70 HP, but we'll be healing with Citrus Berry. So gosh, okay. I think I should be good. So for now I'm just gonna Steel Apron. Red might come in clutch. We shall see. Opponent has 4 cards, why not? It's red card, Heat Up Crunch. Okay, there we go. Attacking next turn, I'm doing 120. My opponent's already doing 120 damage. Healing up, getting to 100. Yeah, so next turn with red, I'm doing 140. So it really depends on what my opponent has. My opponent has the Ice Pop. Oh boy, okay. Healing only 20. Oh gosh, yeah. I'm really gonna hate this card in ranked. It's like, it's so BS. Your opponent could be like on the brink of death, but look at that. Oh gosh, yeah, that is painful to see. I might have lost, I'll be honest. Yeah, okay, just full health, just like that. I was able to one-shot, but no, my opponent just gets right up to full health. ABOMASNOW, perfect. So yeah, very straightforward deck. Very annoying, primarily because of Ice Pop. Ice Pop is kind of insane. And doing 110 because, yeah, it's negating a bit more damage with the Poketool. We do have an Ice Pop of our own though. So at this point, might as well place starting planes. I need to get up to, I need to heal up to 150 HP. Please, and I'm doing only 120. Please, Lucky Ice Pop. Help me out like you helped this guy out. Okay, never mind. Okay. But you see the potential of this deck. Like, my opponent's using essentially the same deck as I am. But, slightly different with the ABOMASNOWs. But nevertheless, I mean, RNG-wise, Lucky Ice Pop did pop off. Damn, that's rough. But, yeah, man. If the battle goes on for, like, turn 30, you can just get up to, like, freaking insane damage numbers. Ice Pops again, just for fun. Okay, you're gonna get heads again? No, okay. Of course. Failing it when it doesn't really matter too much. Reds as well, yeah, that's what I thought. Essentially just 2 like powerhouses just battling it out. It's like a Dragon Ball fight. Whoever has more plot armor eventually wins. Alright, next battle, going second against Water. Alright. Hand looks pretty good when it comes to healing. 2 Ice Pops, PC Lady. So just right off the bat, we are healing 70 HP. So 30 plus 20 plus 20. And that's just the minimum. So, yeah, opponent's playing, Salamence and Manaphy, okay. Also Kangaskhan. Okay, what's up? What's up, man? We got Kangaskhan right there. Perfect. This is good that we are going second, so I can just do this. I could steal Open yet again, of course, but I do want to save that for later on. For now, just ending my turn. Opponent plays down Mantike. Feeds Manaphy. Feeding both Bagon and Kangaskhan. Ooh, we got Team Rocket Grunt. I primarily added this just for a bit of disruption. Because, yeah, for this guy, you want to keep attacking as much as possible. And if your opponent gets an insane energy lead, you want to kind of disrupt them. So Team Rocket Grunt could help out a lot in the long run. For now, very straightforward. Just heat up Crunch. And if I get damage next turn, I can just heal up. Like, this is kind of insane when it comes to healing. Our opponent subs into Mantike. Kangaskhan can attack next turn. So for now, perfect. So Metal Core Barrier. So this should negate a ton of damage because Kangaskhan can attack twice. If you guys are curious about this EX, I did make a deck showcase. It should be the one, my last video. So go check that out. Does 80 damage first attack, second attack does 40, and this barrier should negate the second attack. So, okay. For now, just do this. Heat up Crunch, doing 90 damage. Next turn, doing 120. So I will be able to 2-hit KO Kangaskhan. So, okay. There we go. Mantike is dead. I'm actually very curious to see this because this is the first time I've witnessed this, but it should negate the second damage. So first attack does only 30 damage, and then the second attack does 0. But my opponent does red. Okay, yeah, doing a bit more damage with both attacks. So first attack, doing 50. Okay, second attack should be doing only like 10. Okay, yeah, that's Metal Core Barrier. A ton of fun. And looking at this, my opponent can just one-shot me, but of course, we got a lot on our plate. And we got another barrier as well. Perfect. So, Lucky Ice Pop. Always want to do these guys first because the potential is insane. Look at that. Heads. This is painful. I'm just gonna say this. This is just so painful to watch. Opponent concedes. Okay. I don't blame him. I don't blame that person because Mega Mawile is very annoying. This is, especially with Ice Pop. I feel like Ice Pop is just one of the best Poketools, not Poketools, one of the best items they've added in B, the Series B. And as long as you don't go up against Oricorio, Mega Mawile EX can cook. Next battle going first, which again isn't ideal. You could also add a Mantike to this deck, but with that you might as well also run a Pokeball because you might brick. That's the main issue because Mega Mawile EX requires only one steel, one metal energy. Another one is colorless, so does benefit from baby Pokemon buffs. At this point, might as well. I might end my turn. Yeah, next turn I might copycat because my opponent, if they do end up Professor Researching as well as Suicune Ex's ability, should get a ton of value. Okay, never mind. My opponent does Mars. That's pretty rough. Perfect. We got Citrus Berry and Lucky Ice Pop. So I might as well just do Citrus Berry right now. Okay, not the worst. So next turn, my opponent will be only doing 20 damage. For now, I'm just going to Citrus Berry because I could Metal Core Barrier, but I feel like that's a waste since you're not getting the full negation damage, 50 damage. So for now, just do this. And keep in mind, Citrus Berry only activates once you get to half of your opponent's maximum HP. So yeah, opponent does attack. Does 40 because of Froakie. Places down Froakie. Pretty scary, but we can definitely cook with this. Yeah, very slow because my opponent's already kind of built already. At this point, they just have to feed either a Froakie or the Suicune EX. At this point, might as well Ice Pop. I got 2 of them, so I can potentially heal up all my damage. All damage done. Like that. Yeah. This is a painful card. Just I can't stop reiterating that because it really is insane. Okay, I got Tails, but I do have another copy. Could place down starting planes, but with that, I won't be able to hit KO Suicune. So that's something you have to note. So in 2 turns, I'm doing 150. Suicune, max health is 140, plus starting planes, 160. So you have to be very careful using stadiums, but it doesn't matter since my opponent does Irida. So next turn, I might as well just place down the stadium. All right, not too bad. So we do have 80 man, perfect. Next turn, my opponent will be doing either 40 or 100 damage. Most likely 100, just subbing into Greninja. You know what, why not? Might as well. We're gonna Lucky Ice Pop only one time. Okay, yeah, only one time. Might as well why not? At this point, energy becomes useless. If you go against something like Indeedee Ex, you might just stop beating all like just right out after you get fully built. But at this point, might as well just let's do that. Heat up a crunch doing 90. Next turn we can one-shot Suicune, but I'm assuming this guy will sub out. But we do have a Cyrus, so we can just keep on bullying this innocent Suicune. Okay, yep, opponent does sub in. I'm losing my voice. Into Greninja. Healing 30. I'm at 120, so my opponent already can't one-shot. But look at this. So Metal Core, negating 50. My opponent's only doing 50 damage next turn. And PC Lady. Yeah, we can definitely work with this. Okay, I probably should have Cyrus instead of PC Lady. That's kind of unnecessary for now. But in the long run, it should work out. So just doing a bit more damage. Yeah. 120. Next turn, I can Cyrus, just one-shotting Suicune. And my opponent really can't do anything. Like, it's kind of insane. Interesting, okay. Opponent subs into Suicune, only doing 40. So doing 0 damage this turn. Does Giant Cape this guy? But we have a Cyrus. We do have a Cyrus. So saving this guy might have been the smart choice in the long run. Ultimately, I don't think it matters as much. So yeah, 0 damage. You love to see that. Opponent's getting very unlucky. Has 6 cards, but still missing one more bench Pokemon. Yeah, this is kind of insane. I'm going up against a very meta deck. 150 damage next turn. I'm doing 180. 200 with red. So yeah, and at this point, Steel Apron. So gosh, really insane potential. Yeah, just do that. Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. I could just gonna heat up Crunch. The only way I lose at this point is if my opponent Marses yet again. But they already used one. If they have a second copy, then yeah, it will get kind of scary because I mean, both cards right here will help me out. Regardless, I can just one-shot anyone here. So yeah, Suicune Ex, 180 HP, 180, just like that. So yes, this deck is very straightforward. I feel like it's very easy to use. Requires a bit of thinking, like easy to use, but requires a bit of thinking, especially in regards to Stadium. Play this very carefully. Just you have to kind of see if you can 2 KO your opponent, and if you can't with the Stadium in play, then of course don't play just yet. And just like that, please don't surrender because I want to see this happen. Okay, yeah. So red, you get to live. Oh, okay, never mind. And seeds, of course. The blue ball, but I'm doing 200 damage. So yeah, this guy is a nightmare. If you can have this guy just get built and just attack and sustain damage for several turns, then there's really no stopping this guy. He is like a ticking time bomb. Each turn you just get more and more powerful. He is like the main protagonist. He's like a main character in like an anime like Dragon Ball, just like slowly getting powerful over time, and eventually towards the end it becomes like the ultimate beast. Overall, you're gonna have a blast using this card, and you only really need 1 copy, because if you're running 2 of them, say you're running 2, you put 1 in your active, 1 in your bench. If your opponent does Sabrina, it resets the damage counter. So let's say your active Mega Mawile EX does 150 damage next turn. Your opponent does Sabrina, subs in the one from the bench. Your following turn, you end up retreating out of the active one into the one that should be doing 150 damage, that's already fed. Only you're gonna be doing 60 damage again. So yeah, this deck, I feel like this card is very similar to Miltank. Essentially the mega version of Miltank. This card, yeah, I mean, you know Miltank from freaking how fun that card is, and that Pokemon is in Heart Gold Soul Silver, but this card only does 10 damage their first turn, so it does require a bit of build-up, a lot more build-up, of course. Yeah, even going first, you're gonna have a ton of fun because you have so much sustainability with Lucky Ice Pops, Citrus Berry, Metal Core Barrier, Steel Apron towards the late game, PC Lady, and also Stadium, of course. The deck name here is kind of misleading. I forgot to change the name, but this name was meant for Mega Latios EX. This guy is not the Abomination Pokemon. This guy is the Goku. Yeah, why not? This guy is Goku because that's what he feels like. This guy feels like an anime protagonist. Towards the early game, not doing too much damage, somewhat decent, but as you go on and on into the series, it gets more and more powerful. And yeah, once again, this is the deck right here. Didn't see Repel at all, but Repel is amazing towards the early game just to kind of disrupt your opponent. Overall, I'd rate this deck A+. Actually, in the middle of A+ and A, the solid A, because again, if you run into Lucario, you lose or you just stall until turn 30. I feel like it might be possible to stall up until turn 30. It's going to be a very painful battle. Overall, if you do go up against a Magneton or Lucario. But yeah, it's the deck showcase. Hope you guys did enjoy. Again, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help me out tremendously, especially as a small-time content creator. Still in the middle of moving, so yeah, I'm like on my limit right now, but again, liking and subscribing will help me out tremendously, both mentally and physically. It will physically heal my body from just being overall sore. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys on my next video. Peace.